the way it came together is that we've been working we've been talking about outreach together, trying to do joint outreach. And through all of that, believe it or not, we were talking about young people's mental health a lot. People had a real problem in all the 3 youth projects, so we're talking about 3 youth projects, you visited them all today, that they were having real trouble getting access for their young people. If people were starting to dabble in drugs or a bit more, and they were also having mental health problems, it was really hard to get them any kind of specialist service. So one day we were having a chat, we said, well, what if we had that on site? What if we had somebody here who the young people knew, but also had skills around counselling and therapeutic stuff, could do a bit deeper, work deeper to talk to people about why they feel the way they do, you know, why they might be using the drugs, why the drugs are having such an effect on them. So we thought it would be great to have something like that ourselves. So that's where the idea came from. I mean, what really happened was that the next week you offered us the money. It was like Santa Claus. That's why it's so exciting. We know it's such a need, you know, and to get an offer like that was just amazing.
For us, it's an amazing role. Thanks very much. We really appreciate that. I suppose the Wellbeing Worker is here for us to support young people that are struggling with their mental health, drug issues, maybe suicidal ideation, those kind of things. There's many reasons why it's good. One is because when we refer young people onto public services, because you're not having young people in this area having the money to go to private services, the waiting list can be 2, 3, 4 years. And I mean, if somebody is suicidal or their mental health is really bad, they can't wait that long to get an intervention. While we've many families who are quite supportive, some young people don't have families that are in a position to support them and something like that. So why it's so great having that Wellbeing Worker in the service is that young people feel comfortable coming here and they feel comfortable with their youth workers already before they even come.
Since COVID, we've really noticed an increase in use around different drugs, but also the national statistics around mental health are showing that mental health among young people is the highest issue in terms of their health. And then if we look at some of the statistics around drug use, for example, Ireland is the 4th largest cocaine use in the world, you know, and we can't ignore things like that. We have to start thinking about what are the impacts on young people.
I think the Wellbeing Work will have a massive impact for the youth project and the young people that are coming to the youth project. Unfortunately, a lot of young people that we're working with at the moment are suffering a lot from their mental health, kind of body image, all these things. These are massive things at this time that we're dealing with. A lot of things on social media, stuff like that. I don't hear the quote there a while ago that years ago people used to be comparing yourself to everyone in your school. Now you're comparing yourself to everyone in the world. It's a massive challenge. But in our community particularly, I think poverty unfortunately is a massive issue. And absolute poverty.
This area hasn't recovered from austerity, while some people have. It was really hard hit then, and we still have people with unemployment issues due to that. Unfortunately, some drug use as well, some gang violence, different things like that. But also a beautiful community here, a very solid, sound community in the area. But unfortunately, when people are forgotten like that and they're not given services, that those kind of things impact on their daily lives.
I have a background in psychology, and then I did my degree in counselling and psychotherapy, and I absolutely loved that work, but I definitely missed working in a community-based setting. The role at the moment is kind of a blank slate, and we're working on building it based on the needs of each different community, but I suppose it's that mixture of a therapeutic space mixed with youth work / outreach. So we're trying to provide a safe space for people within these communities to come into the centre, but also sort of have that wraparound impact of potentially working with the family support worker, maybe involving their families so that we can have that really kind of holistic approach to young people's well-being overall.
I hope that young people see us as a valued organisation that they can access. I believe that we're just holding this space for young people and that it's theirs. We believe that young people in our community face huge obstacles, I suppose, in access and therapeutic services, particularly when it comes to drug and alcohol use. I hope that youth work is valued by all agencies and organisations, because without us, young people don't have a support system, they don't have a support network in a community such as this.
We need more services based in communities, and for many young people who are a bit more vulnerable, they struggle to maybe go outside a community to access support and services. So having a wellbeing worker directly working within the project that is in the heart of a community, a project that young people have grown up in, they feel safe in, and this is their space to be in, having a person that that they can first of all build a relationship with and then do more one-to-one or more intense work to support their mental health and well-being is something that all projects should have. But we really have no access to these services without places and people like the JC Foundation. So we're really just so grateful and so excited by where this can go and know the need is there.